The Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, has experienced a significant natural disaster due to severe flooding that has hit several areas, including the capital, Kinshasa. Heavy rains that have been ongoing for the past few days and the collapse of river banks have been the main causes of the flooding that has inundated several areas. Natural factors: high rainfall, rapid snowmelt, storm surges caused by tropical cyclones or tsunamis, land surface lower than sea level. The area is located in a basin surrounded by hills. Factors causing flooding can also be due to human activities: littering, illegal logging, building buildings in water catchment areas, building infrastructure that is not in accordance with the needs of the area, global warming. The flooding has caused widespread damage, with thousands of homes submerged and many residents forced to flee. Initial data suggests that more than 10,000 people have been left homeless and many families have been separated in an attempt to escape. The economy was simultaneously hampered by this disaster. Food supply assistance was also slow due to damaged roads hit by floods. How many victims are starving because there is no food? How many people are sick because of the lack of medical teams and medicines? The heavy rains over the past weekend have worsened the situation. Rivers in Congo, which were already full of water due to excessive rainfall, were unable to accommodate the additional volume of water, so that the existing embankments broke. In addition to weather factors, inadequate infrastructure conditions in several areas also contributed to this situation. The floods have caused damage to public facilities, including roads, bridges, and utility services such as electricity and clean water. The local government has begun distributing emergency assistance to the victims, including food, clean water, and medicines. Local government officials have issued a warning to residents to remain vigilant for possible further flooding, considering that weather forecasts indicate that there is still potential for rain in the near future. We are making maximum efforts to provide assistance to those affected and ensure the safety of residents, said the DRC government spokesperson at a press conference. Non-governmental organizations and international agencies have also begun to mobilize to provide humanitarian assistance. These relief missions focus on meeting basic needs, providing temporary shelters, and rehabilitating infrastructure damaged by the floods. In the long term, the government and stakeholders are urged to develop better disaster risk management plans to prevent similar incidents from happening again in the future. Floods in Congo have killed about 30 people and caused chaos in the Central African city, with many drowning or being killed when walls of their homes collapsed, Minister Patricien Gongo Abakazi added. The rains caused the Njili River, which flows through the city of 17 million people, to overflow its banks on Friday night. Water blocked a national highway and stranded motorists on Saturday afternoon. On our way back from picking up a friend at the airport, we spent the night on the road because there was no safe place to park. Kinshasa resident Patricia Mikanga said, "Floods can be predicted by observing rainfall and water flow. However, floods can also come suddenly due to storm winds or leaking embankments. To prevent floods in the future, the government can make several preparations, including making absorption wells, maintaining environmental cleanliness, avoiding illegal logging, avoiding building buildings on riverbanks, increasing public and government awareness of the need for long-term solutions to overcome flooding, building a regular drainage system, reforestation, improving spatial planning policies." On the other hand, residents must also be enthusiastic about future disasters to help the government in preventing them. The enthusiasm of residents greatly helps the government in minimizing the possibility of disasters. In this case, residents can certainly do a lot, such as throwing garbage in its place and not throwing garbage anywhere, because this can clog water channels and prevent water from flowing downstream. Residents can also do reforestation in their respective areas because reforestation is certainly the most important thing in flood management, where water absorption that can be absorbed by plants and plants can make the environment cooler, fresh air and healthy for local residents. Floods remind us of the importance of disaster preparedness and the need for greater attention to existing infrastructure and drainage systems. With increasingly erratic rainfall due to climate change, investment in disaster mitigation and effective spatial planning is crucial to protecting communities. The devastating floods paralyzed much of Kinshasa, submerging major roads and halting traffic along National Highway 1, the main highway linking the city center to the airport. At around 2 p.m., we suddenly realized that the water in the fields was rising and it was getting higher. As a precaution, we took the children to evacuate, because it was difficult to pass through, recalled Orline, a resident of the Messina commune in eastern Kinshasa. In the Debenham neighborhood, floodwaters engulfed cars and forced residents to swim or use canoes to navigate the submerged streets, according to observers. Some people were trapped on the upper floors of their homes after the waters flooded the ground. The water has reached 1.5 meters, 5 feet high. We have just managed to escape, the rest are trapped in our homes, said Christophe Bola, a resident of the Ndanda district in the Limite commune. The floods worsened Kinshasa's already severe traffic congestion, leaving many vehicles stranded on congested roads. Many residents expressed frustration at what they described as a slow and inadequate response from local authorities. The reaction from the government is late and inadequate, some residents said. The neighboring province of Congo Central has also been hit by incessant rains. Flooding is a frequent disaster in Kinshasa, a city located on the banks of the Congo River, Africa's second longest after the Nile. Poor urban planning, coupled with inadequate drainage infrastructure, has left many neighborhoods vulnerable, with clogged drains and piles of garbage exacerbating the situation. The risk is particularly acute for residents of makeshift settlements and areas with dirt roads, where poor construction offers little protection. In 2022, similar heavy rains killed at least 120 people in Kinshasa after triggering landslides and flooding. Much of Central Africa has been battling heavy rains and powerful storms since Thursday, with neighboring countries such as Equatorial Guinea and Gabon also reporting damage. According to aid agencies, some 6.9 million people across West and Central Africa have been affected by severe weather conditions this season. That's all the news we can convey today. We apologize if there are any shortcomings. Hopefully with this incident we can love our environment more and do what we can to the best of our ability.